All right, everybody get ready to say sync after I'm done counting down to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 100.
Mardi Gras!
Making up for last week, huh?
Yes, I had to. I couldn't let 2 weeks go by without a Mardi Gras.
Yeah. Episode 110 of the TTV Podcast, and this is going to be a pretty good episode, I think. Because we've got 2015 news to bring you today. No, I'm kidding. It's not Bionicle. It's other 2015 stuff.
You got everyone's hopes up!
Yeah, I know.
I can just see the audience retention just going down from here, man.
Yeah, instant click off. We got like 10 unsubscribes from that, Meso. Thanks.
Probably, but you gotta, what's the term? I was gonna say you gotta break some lemons to make lemonade.
You have to break some lemons.
I guess I meant you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah,
But
we gotta break some eggs to make lemonade.
We gotta break some lemons to make lemonade. Oh, man.
Great start. But no. May as well get our introductions out of the way so we can get this show on the road. I am Messanek.
I am Vardaran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
Hi, I'm new here.
What's your
What
name?
your name is.
Do I have to?
Yes!
I'm Takuma Nuva.
And today we are joined by a special guest as well. Who are you, special guest?
I'm amazing. No, I'm awesome.
The other adjective that means good.
You guys have some issues saying your names, I see.
Gosh, what is it with new people
No,
and their
hey.
names? They get so stage frightened.
We've been doing this for a
Oh,
long
I'm not
time.
stage frightened.
Huh.
I do a Let's Play. I've done podcasts before. What's your
Yeah,
problem?
LJ.
You're just a monkey wrench then.
I'm
Yeah.
a monkey wrench?
Did you just call him a monkey?
Maybe I did.
I
What's
think
he gonna
called
do
me a
about it?
monkey wrench.
That's racist.
I'm not sure which is more offensive, the monkey or the wrench.
Well, we don't need a wrench if there's nothing that needs fixing.
Okay,
Yeah,
wrenches
LJ.
are people too.
All right, anyway.
TTV episode 110, wrenches are people too.
Oh.
So, okay. And once again, this is episode 110. So, without further ado, let us get right on into things. Now,
Hey, 110, 110, Messanak 110.
my name is 1110.
Oh, it's like QQQ. The fourth Q is silent. The third one can be silent too.
What the heck? How about we
do
don't
news.
have it like
I
that?
think in order to get the news on the road, we need to be like that fourth Q.
Well, we're not doing the news first. I was just gonna say.
You know what?
Oh.
Before we move on, I think there is a grandiose occasion that only comes once a year that we should mention.
Oh, really? What would that be?
Our little Messanak here is growing up.
Oh, yes.
He's turning 12 again. He's turning 13.
You're funny,
Oh
Mark.
my gosh.
No. That's right.
Okay,
My
no,
birthday
listeners.
is on the horizon.
This is the first time in about 4 years that VAR has ever acknowledged Meso as being an age older than 12.
Yep.
I've known Meso for so long, and I still consider him 12 years old.
Yeah.
No matter how I don't even know how old you are anymore, Meso.
Even our Twitter account now considers Meso to be 12 years old.
I'm turning 17.
17. Man. The years just fly by.
It has been 5 years since we met, so like I was 12 back then.
It's like, this is Meso's 5th 12th birthday.
Glad to know. I'm appreciated and recognized.
You're
Let's not get too
appreciated.
hasty
We
here.
just Yeah, I like that. Let's not get too hasty.
So,
We're not sure about you being appreciated yet, but it is nice to know that our little Messenac's growing up now, and soon he's going to be moving off into the real world and doing real boy things.
Real boy things. Pinocchio Meso. He's finally gonna become a real boy.
Pinocchio.
He cannot tell a lie. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, he'll be Pinocchio.
LG, stop crying.
Okay. I was hoping nobody would laugh at that. It would just be silent and we'd just move on. Like that never happened. I was so bad.
Can we pretend LG never happened?
Wow.
I could feel the cringe from
Yep.
everybody in this call.
I could feel it
around
cringe.
the country. Around the country.
Like, I'm sitting on an exercise ball, and I cringed so hard it popped.
Wow.
Also, I think Meso is starting to be appreciated. Looking at the TTV poll, who's your favorite TTV host poll
Yeah.
on the message boards, he's tied with me at 18
That's
votes.
like-
Like, people actually like me.
I think
Dude, that
people
poll
finally
is such
caught on.
crap.
People finally caught on that I'm not Keeney. Because Keeney used to have like 4 votes and I had 0. And then suddenly, now Keeney has no votes. I think people finally realized, oh wait, Keeney's that dude that's never on.
Yeah.
Who's Keeney?
Who's kidding?
I still don't know why he's on there. We might as well have...
Oh, to be fair, I put him on there just as a joke. I wanted to see how many votes he actually got.
Oh, okay.
Lo and behold, he got none. So,
He
Yeah.
does have none now. I'm very happy. Before he had 4 votes and I had 1 vote. And I was like, are you kidding me?
yeah,
Keeney?
they must have voted Keeney thinking it was you, and then they realized their mistake.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Our names are kind of similar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of K's.
On an unrelated note, thumbs up for an all-American podcast, right?
No.
No? You're not in
No.
America right now?
No, I'm
you're in
Canadian,
Canada, aren't
eh?
you? You can screw yourself, then. You ruined this. You ruined this. It's gonna be like, all-American, waving the flag and
Connie.
riding on eagles and stuff, and now we have to deal with international conflict again?
Kahi,
Thanks,
eagles are
Obama.
endangered.
Are you kidding me? Well, I guess I spent like 2 weeks in America, so
2
I
weeks.
guess-
So how you just spent like 2 weeks in paradise. How was that?
2 weeks, you might as well
it
consider
was
yourself
quite
an American
scary.
citizen now.
There was a lot of creepy people.
Are you talking
just
about
say
black
that.
people?
No, no.
Whoa! On the podcast, man!
Ouch!
Kaya,
Okay.
so
Kahi,
Getting a little hot here. Whew.
All right,
what was that
that's
about
it.
black people, Kahi?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I mean, there's a
Var.
lot of creepy Asians too. I'm not trying to. But
So anyway, hey. So
This is some great Lego
Wait.
2015 news.
we got derailed here, but I would like to, before we jump into the 2015 news roundup, I think it's only fair. Last episode we introduced X-Trooper. This week I would like to introduce the second of the casting call people that passed the final stage and have been accepted into the podcast. The one, the only, Takuma Nuva. Tell us a bit about yourself and tell the audience what they can expect from you.
Hi, Mom.
That was much shorter than X's explanation.
But I want an explanation.
Yeah, I'm a person who does things.
Oh, yes.
I'm
There
not
we
used
go. Okay.
I don't do a lot of talking about myself. Okay, let's see. I was born on December 30th of 1989. Now, why are you laughing? It really happened. I'm an 80s kid.
I found it
2
funny how
days.
you were just, like you weren't saying anything, and then suddenly you went to full autobiography mode, and it went to, like, your birthday and everything.
To Mr. and Mrs. Takuma Nuva, Senior.
Right. Anyways, most people probably know me as blog assistant on BZ Power. Used to do work for the Powercast back when that was a thing. It isn't anymore, so I don't anymore. I do a Let's Play on Rock Raiders with a fellow forum assistant. So if you feel like watching us talk about random things and play video games, you should check that out. Shameless promotion. Otherwise, I like to do just about Yeah, I'm sort of a jack of all trades. I like writing. I like doing comics.
Now.
I like.
Not another one.
Are you through?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I also like finding fresh meat to pick on. So, I mean, hey,
Oh no.
You're one
know,
of those people.
I figured, hey, LJ's here. Let's see what we can do to make his life miserable.
That's basically what everyone here does, though. So
It basically
you'll fit right
is.
in.
You don't understand.
Elder's
misery
the
yet,
only
pal.
one that has a hate topic, so take that into
What?
account.
Well, I don't think anymore. There's all those phonies out there.
No,
Yeah,
see,
no, the hate
okay,
topic
here's the
is
thing.
for the fake
Do you know
people.
why nobody's tried making a phony of LJ? Because
Because they don't
He's
hate
already-
it.
like he's
Yeah, no one
already,
wants to be LJ.
Yeah, I know. LJ. He's already so far south. You can't do a parody of LJ. LJ's kind of like a parody of himself already.
You can't make this stuff up, folks.
You know, speaking of impersonations on the forums recently, there was someone who impersonated me, and this
And me.
was after. Yeah, Meso had an impersonator for a while back, and recently I got my own impersonator. And it was funny because I checked the user registrations, and whoever was impersonating me tried to do it and failed like twice before. I don't know what happened, but maybe he made backups or something. I don't know, but he made 3 different illustrious VAR accounts.
Illustrious Var.
Yeah, it was like illustrious VAR, VAR Navardi, and then like Ilutius VAR.
Illustrious Var.
Yeah, so I was like, wols, and I banned all 3 of them. And then I changed his name to I'm a Dirty Liar.
I wondered.
I put his tag as please ban me.
Harsh.
Oh look, I just saw it. Yeah, created 14 hours ago. That's hilarious.
Viper actually sent me that topic of Meso. The first Meso impersonator came out. She was like, Meso has been saying all this stuff in the forums. I don't know what he's thinking of. Is he drunk or something? I don't know what she said.
Wait,
But
really?
It was Meso and he was going like, mwahaha, I now rule the world or something. Whatever impersonator stuff. He's like, I don't know what Meso's thinking. And I looked at that and I was like, yeah, we'll just ask him tomorrow because I didn't see the thing afterwards, the little underscore.
Wow, and you never asked me.
I did not get to ask you the morning I woke up. I completely forgot about it.
To
But
be
by
fair,
then it was taken care of.
That totally seems like something a drunk Meso would do, though. Just go on the forums and scream.
Yeah, I
"I'm
would
the ruler
assume
of the
if
world."
Meso ever got drunk, he would just stop being such a nice person.
Probably
No,
wasn't him.
He would still be a nice person. He'd just be like a maniacal villain at the same time. It's just like he'd be such a cartoon.
He would have a monocle. That's how he would have the monocle and the top hat.
Yeah. The topic was like, fear me. Mwah.
There we go. That was it. It was Fear Me.
Anyway, I like how it was supposed to be about Takuma and it became about us. Continue, Takuma.
I'll deal with you later.
And yeah, that's what the Vardaran said to LJ during Makuta Fest.
What?
Yeah, that was
John
trying to make a
Cena.
dual joke.
Yeah.
No. John Cena
Stop
commercial
crying.
thing. And, okay.
You interrupted Takuma yet again, LJ.
That's okay. Story of my life.
So wait.
Welcome
gonna
to the
fit
pity
right-
party, folks.
So wait. So this is like what you do now? You like project your anger on others, and that's why you insult people.
Oh, I've done it my whole life.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make me a dime, but
Well, tell us about your mother.
Tell us about your mother. What an odd
What
question.
guy?
Whoa, whoa.
What
Wait,
an
what?
odd
What
question.
very personal.
Because we're getting into like the psychology.
actually,
therapist mode.
she's a great cake
You
maker.
project.
Everyone
Really?
should go on Facebook and look up Anita Cake. She's done all kinds of crazy stuff. She's done a TARDIS cake for my cousin for his 21st.
Really?
Yep. She made one that looks like a big bottle of wine in like the crate with the hay or straw or whatever it is. Tiffany lamp. Yeah.
Takuma.
We should put those photos up.
Are there
Yeah.
bionicle cakes?
Not yet.
Then I don't. That's.
Keyword yet.
Once she does, we will feature that.
Yep.
She's got some pretty crazy stuff though. She doesn't give herself enough credit. Who here has ever heard of a giggle rock?
What? Giggle Rock?
I think I just dated myself with Giggle Rock.
What?
What an
So
oldie.
you were born.
I'm so
You were born
cute.
December 30th, 1935.
What?
What's wrong with me this episode?
I've been
This
wondering that my
episode?
entire
Well,
life.
yeah, this episode. What do you mean?
I'm gonna be silent until we talk about the 2015 stuff. Continue.
Best day ever.
But no, like, Takuma, do you have anything else you'd like to share about yourself before we move on?
I'm used to people asking me questions, not just throwing it out there.
Okay, here, I'll ask you a question. What do you think about Bionicle 2015?
Soon.
Okay, good
No,
enough.
what do I think about it? I think it's a good idea. That's all, folks. I think it's a good thing that I got financial aid for college, because more money for bonkles.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I thought they kind of like controlled it or something.
No, they just give you the money and you can do whatever you want with it, but you do have to pay your school fees at the end.
Well,
of
it
so.
just, for me, it just automatically gets applied to my bill.
Oh,
But that
okay.
means it's not coming out of my pocket, so my pocket can pay for bonkles.
Yeah, like, Vin just got some the other day, and he went and like bought a bunch of Bricklink orders and
I
Splitter
know,
Beast.
I saw that. He was like, I got financial aid, guys, so screw college. That's
literally what he did.
Clearly, we see what financial aid is really for.
He bought
Oh,
$45 with the Hero Factory and like $50 in Bricklink orders.
I
Oh
just
my
imagine,
gosh.
like, there's those people, that when the government first started this, they're like, all right, we're going to get America's students excited about learning. They're going to go to college, and they're going to go invest in their future, and it's going to be great. And Ben's like, oh my god, I need to buy some toys. I need to buy some toys of his money.
Meanwhile, here I am, working my job, saving up the cash in order to.
Oh, aren't you just a
legitimately
true
purchase-
American?
I know, working a legal immigrant job. True American.
How's that been going, by the way? An update for the audience.
It's been going very, very well. I've been doing well. The work has been actually really good. The only thing that sucks, and I knew it was going to suck, is the hours. The hours are absolutely horrendous. But got a break, got some downtime, so here I am.
Woohoo.
Ta-da.
Nice.
Woohoo!
My job has been so grueling and tiring.
No one
I've had
asked
to
you!
I've had to do so much work this week. I had to sit down and Google one or two things and watch Netflix and YouTube for 4 hours a day. It's really hard.
You
guys.
played Ace Attorney Dual Destinies.
I did play Ace Attorney Dual
Yeah, you guys have been
Destiny as well, and I played the week between
kind of
ones.
absent this week. It's been a really boring week on the Skype.
It really
end.
has. I love
Yep.
how we did this whole thing where we're on a call 24/7, and then everybody just drops off this entire week.
Yeah.
Everybody's dead.
I'm about dead.
Anyway,
Everything LJ says has an awkward silence.
Okay, that's it. I think I'm gonna need a new title. A new title on the forums. LJ, Master of Awkward.
Yeah, I'm about dead.
I'm about dead. Thank you, LJ.
I have no response to that. I don't know what to say. It's like that one guy, who's like, you're at a party and you're like, hey, how have you been, man? It's like, oh, my dog just died. What? No, just say you're fine. Just say I don't want to do this interaction. Just say you're fine. There's no response to that. You can't come up with anything good.
But that's
There's a
boring.
response to that.
The response.
Cool.
The Canadian says sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Grilled or
I
broiled?
say sorry a lot, actually.
Oh man.
I'd just like
That
to
is a good
apologize up
solution.
front for any listeners who've had a family pet die recently.
Or get broiled?
Oh, I messed
Hey,
I hear
this
dog
is-
meat's pretty good.
It is really good.
I mean, I've
It
never
is.
wanted to try it myself, but I'm well, okay. I don't. It doesn't. I'm curious. Okay. I do kind of want to know
I'm
what it
right
tastes
with you.
like.
I'm
I'm
with you
curious
here.
to see what human meat tastes like. I hear now that's.
Oh, it's-
I
I know what
hear
that
it's like
tastes
the finest steak ever.
You
It
know
is.
what?
It's
I mean, it
really tender
basically-
veal.
Right, it's like we've eaten steak our entire lives, so it ends up tasting like steak.
So we're
Would
cows.
human meat taste like chicken, do you think?
You've
Okay,
been eating.
so-
steak
Why
your
are we
entire
talking
life.
about this?
Don't pretend like
I
you
like
don't-
Raisin Bran.
Don't pretend like you don't want to know what human meat tastes like, Meso.
I don't.
What do you
Turning
mean
your
you don't?
inmost desires. Come on, everybody's
It's like
wondered.
the sacred
right?
meat.
Ew.
It's like the one thing you're not allowed to taste.
It's like when the little kid looks up at his mom and says, "Mom, when are we having Grandma for dinner?" Shut up, we haven't finished your brother yet.
And on
Turned
that
dark
note,
really quickly.
we're done. We're finished. We're done. So,
that was the greatest. That was the greatest exchange I think we've had in a long while.
Dad, I hate my sister's guts. Well, finish your mashed potatoes.
so on the subject of Lego 2015, boy,
New cannibal sets.
there's some crazy
Lego
stuff
promoting
getting released
cannibalism
for
since
Lego.
2015.
You guys wanted to know what I'm like? Well, now you're seeing it. Happy?
We asked, and you delivered.
Yeah, now we know that Takuma, his family is like the family off of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
They're like the
Oh no,
Ab
chainsaws are
family.
dangerous.
So I found Minecraft
Also, we're about as
pictures.
far as Texas as you can get if you don't go that far.
So I found
So,
Minecraft pictures.
Yeah, okay.
No
yeah,
one cares
let's
about
talk about this.
Minecraft, Meso.
It's finalized pictures of the Minifig-Scale sets. Of course,
I should
people
make
care.
a mod where when you kill villagers, it drops pork chops.
What?
Very amusing.
Okay.
That is disgusting.
And,
I wish it was that
These
easy. You
set-
just kill something and then it drop the meat and you can just eat it right there.
Right.
We have two.
I would kill dogs all the time.
We have
my
two
God.
sets.
Yeah, those wolves would actually be worth having around instead of just getting in your
Right.
way.
Two sets. The cave and the farm.
We could call it the Michael Vick one.
Okay. all right.
That was too far, Kai.
Kai! How could you?
Okay, right. Minecraft.
Yeah, Kai, Minecraft. Oh, man. No,
So I was about to start crying.
I was looking for Bionicle pictures, okay, and I found Minecraft pictures instead, and I was hoping for the entire theme, but I'm not so lucky. And instead, I found the cave and the farm, two sets. And the finalized pictures, and we have prices as well. This is the big important thing, and I'm gonna get those right now, but first, what do you guys think of the sets?
I hope
Too
those
many
aren't
round
official.
pieces.
I am actually not a fan of the fact that they did not make the heads pixelated. They didn't make it look like it was pixelated. They're all just solid colors. That's what turns me off about this set. If this was like
Oh,
a
the
prototype,
distortion or whatever you want to call
right? The
it.
distortion, like the kind of like it was
Yeah,
actually
that's
drawn on
weird.
the Lego thing. It's weird. It really is weird. If it was
I
a
don't know.
prototype, I'd be fine. But
I
this is supposed to
kind of
be
like
finalized,
some of
right?
them.
Look
I
at the
can't-
zombie.
I kind of like some of them. The zombie may look a little weird, but the spider looks pretty solid.
The
spider
spider.
one-
Yeah,
Meh.
spider
Okay, the
looks-
spider's
spider
kind of
looks
confusing
okay.
me here. So I'm looking
It
at
is.
it, right? And then I look at the legs. The legs on one side, they look fine. There's 4 legs there. But then I look at the other side. It's 2 block.
No, here's what I bet they have. It's like the hinge piece. you know?
Yeah, it's the hinge piece.
Right. So they put the hinge piece at the at the bottom of that connector that connects the leg to the body, and that's why at the far end they're together because you can just push them together, but you can also take them apart if you want to. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Like, it's not optimal, but you can tell they were having a difficult time giving it 8 legs, so they decided it would be
Right.
best to just do that.
I see.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm more... The figures may not be as good, like the zombie, yeah, it looks a little weird. But I am much more impressed with the cave than I am with the farm. Not to say the farm is bad, but I mean, come on. The lava and the obsidian, that's cool, and you get TNT, and
I like what they did with the ores and
chest.
stuff too.
Yeah.
it looks... I like how that one looks, and it's only $20.
I guess
so I may actually get it.
the biggest issue I have with it is just that it looks too plain to be Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft has got such a unique style to it. It feels like Kai mentioned, like it's just so textureless that it doesn't look Minecraft-ish.
Yeah.
That's why the micro sets were actually so good. They were so many little pieces they could give it texture. But these, it's all smooth and...
I don't mind it with
Off-putting.
like the background, the bricks. I feel like the studs on the brick kind of give it that bit of texture. But on the minifigures is where it stands out.
Yeah, and the chest.
Yeah.
That
And the
chest,
chest, yeah.
though. still off-putting.
Yeah, it looks like it got stuck somewhere in between Minecraft and just like generic city or something.
Right, yeah.
And
No.
for such a high-profile line, because a lot of the kids who are interested in Minecraft will be interested in Lego. That should be Lego's target audience, is all the kids who are obsessed with Minecraft.
That is very
And-
true.
You know, they should. I feel like they should have devoted just a bit more time to making it look like it was lifted from the game.
Yeah.
That is very true. Now, granted, these are the two smallest sets from the theme, and these are finalized, yeah. But we have gotten prototype pictures of pretty much all the other sets, and I'm not sure if any of you remember those, but we talked about them before.
Right.
And I'm trying to find pictures of them now, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty, so I'll just link one. It's the most elaborate, and I'm curious as to what you think of it. It's the mine. And here it is. I think it's $100. The mine.
Oh, that looks cool.
$100?
Yep.
Yeah, I can
I
definitely
don't
see it
remember
being
the
that
price.
expensive.
That's
I guess it's cool, but I just can't see me wanting to buy a bunch of blocks. Just they're not really building anything. It's just a bunch of blocks stacked on top of each other. I mean, it looks like a cave, I guess, with mines and stuff. I mean, it's cool, but it just doesn't look interesting. There's no architecture really here. It looks
Yeah.
like they just slapped some blocks together.
for me. It's especially because it does not feel like $100 set. Like imagine if you put 4 of those side by side. That's the Death Star, right? That's the really complex Death Star with all those minifigures from the Star Wars era.
Well, I think the Death
That's-
Star was more than $100.
No, the Death Star was 400. I was saying you take 4 of them and stack them side by side.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like a $400 set to me. If you want to make that comparison, you know, 4
That
of
is
these
true.
for 1 Death Star.
Creeper looks a little odd too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah.
I think the Creeper's not final, I hope. I think they changed it.
Okay. Now the next one I thought was cool, and I like this one.
The end
Yeah.
The end. Yeah, the end one looks
The
really
end
nice.
does look cool.
captures everything you would expect from the end.
Yeah. Dragon
And
looks
even
really
has
cool.
diamond armor.
yeah. They're bringing that back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. I think this is a good set overall in terms of the colors that it offers. Because I
Yeah.
like tan and I like that kind of blackish color, and the Enderman pieces look cool. The dragon's cool too.
hmm
It's just
Quite
textures. I just can't get past not having. I'm a very big minifigure person. I like having.
I hear you.
Well,
Oh,
the shirt's
wow.
pretty unique.
That is true. So I just saw this. I went and looked at the prototype cave. Man, it changed quite a good bit in terms of layout compared to final set. So maybe we are in for some revisions to all of them. I don't know.
Whoa.
They completely changed its structure.
Now I remember seeing this. Remember we talked about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked
I
about
did
all
not
of
know
it.
they changed it so drastically.
It's like completely rebuilt. They added a spider and everything. So
I
maybe
kind of like
we
the
are in-
old one better.
You know, I'll agree. The old one was more diverse in terms of actual construction. The newer one has no substance to it.
You know, yeah, the thing with all of these is not so much the textures. I can see where Kai's coming from, and he brings up a very good point. It's not so much the textures that bug me. It's the solidity of them, if that's
Right.
a word. They're just
Right.
not solid. You look at the cave, and there are a bunch of holes poking through. It doesn't look like a cave. It just, like Var said, looks like a bunch of blocks stacked on each other. You look at the farm, and to be quite honest, I can't agree that I like the cave more than the farm. The farm has more stuff
Solid.
to do. Like if I was a child, don't make a comment. If I was a child, I go into a store and I'm looking for a Lego set that I just want to have a bunch of fun with, I'd go for the farm because it has a farm, it has carrots, it has bamboo,
Has a
it
pumpkin.
has yep, it has a pumpkin, so you can wear that. It's got a chest, it's got 3 mobs, it's got a sheep, burn sheep, a cow, a skeleton, so you have an enemy, and Steve. It just has so much content packed in there. Excuse me. And you're not looking for something like really big. It's a farm. It looks like It's a farm. It has transparent Lego pieces, too. The cave does not give me that feeling. It doesn't give me that same sense of, gee, there's a lot I can do here.
Yeah,
it's
but
a
there's
nice addition.
There's TNT and water buckets and oars and bread and chests and ladders and mobs. And...
Bread and chest is also in the farm.
Yeah, that chest doesn't look anything like a Minecraft chest either.
Yeah, it looks pretty stupid. Not
It
gonna lie.
does.
Granted, that crafting table also doesn't look the part.
I thought that was a command block at first.
Yeah, Steve's gonna command his way some new Lego blocks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see the others. The farm is $25, by the way.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, that's...
Cave is $20. Farm is $5 more.
Man, Lego system is pretty expensive. I guess this is licensed,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the thing.
so that doubly makes it pricey.
But that being said, I'm very curious to see some of the others, and I will be reporting their existence to you as soon as they are made available. With luck, the website that I found them on will update very quickly with the remainder of the sets, and I was kind of hoping there'd be 2015 sets there, like a certain Bionicle theme, but no dice. Unfortunately, but I'm still monitoring the situation.
Thank you, Meso.
Good guy,
problem.
Meso. Always there to monitor the situation.
That's what I do. So, now, that's pretty much the only 2015 pictures that we have. However, we have a bunch of info. Most notably for superheroes, because that's what most people here care about.
Yeah.
Now, we got a confirmed list of superhero set names. And these are supposedly for a Justice League theme, sub-theme, whatever. And the sets are as follows. We have the Green Lantern vs. Sinestro set that we got before. We have 76026 Gorilla Grodd Goes Bananas. 76027 Black Manta Deep Sea Strike. 76028 Dark Side Invasion, and then some other set called Brainiac Attack, which we do not have a set number for. Kahivar, you probably know way more about those than the average Joe does. What do you think?
I wasn't listening.
Gorilla Grodd, Dark Side, Brainiac,
Sinestro,
Black Manta.
Man.
Dark Side.
Yeah, Darkseid's pretty cool.
I'm hoping that he's like a kind of a Hulk figure-esque kind of thing, where he's a lot bigger.
I'd imagine he would. I can't really see them making Darkseid not Hulk-esque because he's, you know, Darkseid.
Right, because he is kind of Darkseid, so I'm not sure how they'd go about that, not making him huge. But at the same time, you know, you never quite know. Like I do wish they would come up with a more like posable, large minifigure build. You know what I mean? I'd like to have a Darkseid that could be moved around. I guess kind of, yeah. But I'm really looking forward to Darkseid Invasion because that is a set I will most likely buy out of all the sets that's been listed. I do like the idea of Green Lantern versus Sinestro. The Gorilla Grodd, does that come with the Flash, you know?
Probably, yes. And then Black Manta, isn't that an Aquaman villain?
Black Manta is an Aquaman villain. I'm assuming Aquaman is going to appear. I don't
Wow.
know. Since they had the Aquaman set with the Batman set beforehand.
Yeah. This is big
And that
news,
was
because
like-
this is a wave which potentially may not feature Batman that much.
Right.
You watch. You watch. There will be a Batman minifigure in every single one of these.
You know
There
what I mean?
probably will be. I'm curious,
honest.
so we don't know anything about,
They
like...
might do with Black Manta. They might have the newer Aquaman, or not the newer Aquaman. Kind of like more. I hate to say classic. He's not really classic Aquaman either. He's kind of like super '90s Aquaman, where he has the hook for an arm and has like that really King Arthur beard.
Oh, so the cool Aquaman.
The cool Aquaman, where he's like, you know, they really tried to make him lose the Aquaman is Aquaman. Aquaman. Is lame.
Aqualam.
Aquaman. Darkseid Invasion is probably going to have Superman. I would believe so. It would be great if they had other characters like Orion or, you know, like any of the New Gods, any people from New Genesis. Probably not. They're probably going to have Darkseid versus Superman and maybe some other Justice League members. Maybe another Wonder Woman and Superman team up.
Yeah. So wait, so
That'd
do we
be
know
how it
anything
goes.
about these sets other than the names?
Nope.
I'm curious to see what kind of form of Brainiac they're going for.
Right, exactly.
He's had
We
a
do
lot.
know that Brainiac is in Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. He's the main antagonist behind that, and I'm assuming that that's going to be the biggest set.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Simply because of all that stuff there. But I don't know who they're going to include in that set. Like, Darkseid and Superman are kind of like usually pit together as, enemies. But I don't know what they would do for
Well,
Brainiac.
yeah, well, Brainiac
is
isn't
kind of
usually a
Superman
Batman villain, so
Right,
it's weird that
Superman
he's in a Batman set.
I don't.
Oh, well, I guess it is
they
Justice
have to
League,
have more
but
characters.
still,
Maybe Martian Manhunter, possibly,
yeah,
Maybe.
makes sense.
because he's the only member of the Justice League not to have an official Lego.
Yeah, that would make
Set
sense.
right
I would imagine he would be facing off.
And I do think they might include in the Beyond Gotham trailer. They included Superman and Wonder Woman in their New 52 costumes. So this might be the first appearance of a New 52 Superman and Wonder Woman minifigure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
As opposed to
interesting.
the Lex Luthor one they had before.
Yep.
Oh, all right then.
And then that's DC. We just got set names, but with Marvel, we do have some info. Now there will be Ant-Man sets, and there will be a Hulkbuster. That's all.
I'm assuming Hulkbuster's from Avengers.
Yeah,
Yep.
Avengers 2, they've rumored that's going to be in there. And Ant-Man is also coming out 2015, I believe.
Yeah,
All right.
it is.
So,
The
Interesting.
Hulkbuster is apparently Bionicle-esque.
Really?
What that probably means is just ball joints.
So yeah, probably Hero Factory-esque.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
right.
Interesting.
But that's it's going to be. I mean, the Hulkbuster is basically like one of the Hero Factory sets we had this year, where it's like a mech.
Yeah, it's
And I'm
very
assuming
true.
They're gonna have the Tony Stark minifigure inside the mech, or maybe come with an extra.
It can't be that
Iron
big of a
Man
mech,
figure.
though, because the Hulk would be
Yeah,
small.
so that's what I'm thinking. It's interesting that they would decide to go with the contraction way of building rather than using another minifig, because the Hulk is using the larger minifig style. So
What if we don't know what Bionicle-esque means? What if it's using the Mixel style of ball joints, and it's a much smaller but still built?
That's
mech
possible.
yeah,
versus
that is
the
possible.
Hulk minifigure?
Or it's like a Defender, where it's short
yeah,
and
It might
stubby
be.
or
and-
something, right?
But
Yeah.
the Hulkbuster also has a very certain stature to it as well. So it'll be interesting because it's very top heavy. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like and how that transitions to a smaller Bionicle-esque
Let's
set.
also think about, although the name seems to imply, we do have no evidence that the Hulk is going to be in the Hulkbuster set. It could just be the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, but
Quite
it
true.
makes no sense to have Hulkbuster armor be a different size than Hulk. I mean,
Well,
even
it
if
also
Hulk
makes no
isn't in
sense
that
to
set.
just put out Batman sets for the past 2 years when you have the DC license. Lego.
Yeah, but
isn't
that's
necessarily
completely
on point
different though.
when
At
it comes
least
to
at least with that, they're just doing that because Batman's super popular. But Hulkbuster, in the name Hulkbuster, it's meant to face off against the
Right.
Hulk.
You gotta
That's
bust
Hulk.
the Hulk.
It would make no sense at all to have that be a different size than the only Hulk figure they have.
I think they are going to do. They're going to have the Age of Ultron tie-in set sometime, right? I think they're not announcing
Yeah.
it now because they want to avoid spoilers, but that has to be coming out. They
Yeah.
can't not have. Avengers is the most popular franchise in America, and
That's what the
superhero
Hulkbuster
films is
will be.
huge. So,
Is it the most popular
just-
franchise?
yep,
Um,
it passed up Harry Potter.
Wow.
With Winter Soldier, and Guardians of
Well,
the Galaxy did.
So you mean
super
movie
well, so-
franchise then?
Yeah, movie franchise.
Because I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure things like NFL is more popular than the
Oh
Avengers.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess that I didn't really think of that. The NFL is a lot more popular than Avengers, but Avengers are coming close. They're, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, aside from that, Takuma Born, I have a question for you. For you two, are you fans of Lego Star Wars or Lego Hobbit?
I'm a fan of the Star
particularly.
Wars.
I've got several Star Wars sets,
Yeah.
but
Have you seen
Yeah.
the 2015 set names?
I don't think so.
Would you
I'm like-
care to see them?
Yes, please. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Okay, then this could be
I'm a
your
little
area
Star
of
Wars fan.
expertise.
I'm kind of I love Star Wars, but until the new movie comes out, it's kind of like a thing where there's not much to get hyped over.
Well,
did
you don't
you see
care
the
about
new
Star
Stormtrooper?
Wars Rebels, huh?
Ugh.
I'm trying to catch up on Clone Wars. I just
Right.
finished season 1.
I've heard Clone Wars really hits its stride several seasons in. So
It does.
I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know about Rebels. Rebels is kind of... I'm not too sure about that, to be honest.
Well, that's what a lot of these sets are based off of.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'm not even sure what
Depends on
Rebels
how much
is. I've heard
Wedge
about
Antilles
it,
is
but aside
It's
from
like-
the actual information goes, I'm not really sure what it is.
Episode
between
3
episodes,
takes
like-
place, and in between episode 3 and 4 is this 20-year gap where Luke is growing up, and during that gap, Rebels happens. It's
Mhm.
about the Rebel Alliance forming, basically.
Okay.
Here are these sets.
So basically,
Yeah,
what that Star Wars The Force Unleashed game was, except from the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
Except I don't think the Force Unleashed is canon anymore.
Yeah, no, it's
Uh,
not.
no,
it's
it's
not.
not.
canon.
They took everything from the extended
Yeah, okay.
universe.
Speaking of which,
Screw
Luminara
them,
Unduli
because-
is alive,
Who?
which is really weird. She shouldn't be.
Wait, who?
Luminara Unduli. She's supposed to die on Kashyyyk, but
Who
she's
the
alive.
heck
in
is
this.
that?
She's
It's
a
the
Jedi.
green-
Did she
The green
She's the
alien.
one that
on
wear-
screen?
She's the one with like the full, like a habit. Like she's all black.
habit?
She's green.
You're speaking another language to us, man.
Whatever. Okay,
I feel like this is
understand.
how it happens. We're like, no, okay, so the Toa, they're in Mata Nui, right? And they're having to find this Kenobi in order to defeat the Makuta. I'm assuming that's exactly what that sounds to people that have no idea what's going on in biology.
Yeah.
I think
But
so.
no, as far as the sets go, there's like 6 micro fighters, which are just small vehicles, 4 regular system, and then 5 rebel sets, including the Wookiee gunship, which proves Bionicle 2015 is legit. So that's a cool set.
Bit of a stretch, but
No, it's not.
I'll take it. No, I mean,
It's
it's
not.
by itself. I don't think, but with all the other stuff, added on.
What are you talking about? It uses the piece that's on the
It's
Defenders.
adding to credibility.
The Wookiee gunship
adding
looks
to
really
it.
cool.
It does.
It does.
The figures look nice too.
The main thing I'm excited for with the movies is that the Star Wars license is basically kind of the same, maybe 20, 30 odd vehicles in Star Wars, and they're remaking them over and over again. You know, the X-Wing, and the new X-Wing, and the new X-Wing, the snow, the snow fighters, the TIE fighters, the old Jedi starfighters. All that is just being remade a lot for Star Wars, and I'm interested to see some new vehicles and
Yeah,
new
that'd be
sets
really
based
cool.
off new locations.
Quite true.
Well, there was new Stormtrooper costumes came out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a stormtrooper's still a stormtrooper.
Yeah, but they look like they're made by Apple, so people are calling them the
know.
iStormtrooper.
Really?
I-
Link
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Have you not seen this?
No, I haven't seen this yet.
You should see. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, we'll put it up on the screen and also show everybody in just a bit.
They also showed the villain of Episode 7, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I'm very interested in
Okay.
this.
and it
Me
ties
too.
in with
Yeah.
the Rebels TV show. I should say that.
Well then.
These are the 2 images that have been making their rounds across the internet.
And
Oh,
this
wow.
is a concept art.
That does look like something Apple would make.
Right?
these are cool.
Those little apples. But they're really cool. They have you
They
can
are neat.
immediately recognize them
Mhm.
as a stormtrooper helmet, but they also look a bit more futuristic and a bit more like design has been handed to them. I like that a lot. I feel like that's the current evolution of the clone trooper into the stormtrooper.
It kinda-
and beyond.
Yeah, it kind of hits that stride, I feel, in between like the prequel trilogy where a lot of the ships and stuff are kind of round and smooth, and then you have the original trilogy where ships are much more angular and stuff,
Right. And I feel like they're
and have the
that's just a
stormtrooper look.
phase of design in the Star Wars universe, but I like that Abrams is bringing this kind of newer, sleeker style to it, because it is supposed to be set in the future. There should be more advanced stuff than we saw. in
Long time ago, galaxy far, far away. What are you talking about?
Dun, dun, dun.
the starships and the lightsabers, yeah.
I mean, it's not really the future, though. It's technically the past, but in a different
guess.
Yeah.
galaxy.
To protect your
That would
future,
make
you
no
must
sense.
remember the past. Dun dun
Like
dun.
what I ate for lunch, or
Yes.
are you just talking
exactly.
about like don't mix certain drugs? Remember what you took before.
Like Advil. Come on, Nessa.
That's what I was thinking. What were you?
Yeah,
thinking?
man. You've been watching too much Breaking Bad.
I
I haven't
know.
watched any Breaking Bad.
Well, that's
Are
just a
you the
crying
one who builds,
shame.
Meso?
Oh man. Well, okay, I think it's time we move on and get wrapping this up. Didn't like somebody want to do something? Kai, didn't you want to like do a board
I did want
spotlight?
to do. I did want to do like a board spotlight. I want to start doing stuff where we spot like certain topics within the forum, and gonna do a lot more interaction with that. I was thinking about doing like a discussion thing, but we've already had a lot of discussion. So instead, I'm gonna point out some cool creative resources that were put on our creative
We
content.
could do like a
forum.
10-minute discussion thing, maybe.
I guess so.
We,
You
maybe
wanna do
we
that?
can answer some questions from the question topic, but
The Q&A.
go like in depth about our answers.
Okay. All right. You wanna
Maybe
do that?
not. Maybe not on this episode because we're already at 46 minutes. But maybe next episode.
Okay, let me. There is a topic we're gonna link, and it's called "What year did you get into Bionicle?" So that's just, it's a bit of a something we can talk about just a bit.
I'm still
What year did you
trying.
get into Bionicle, and how do you think it affected you, and how you perceive the franchise?
Well, I got into Bionicle in 2001, and I liked McDonald's, so I got a lot of Tonga, and that was a thing. How it affected me? Well, I ended up going to McDonald's and getting the Happy Meal toys years down the line.
You also helped establish the
Happy
podcast that is now at 8,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
I may have done that had I gotten to Bionicle in 2003.
Nerd.
Does not. The year I got into it from the start, so I'm just like the basic. But then you have people
So
like
you
Kahi and LJ.
Yeah, get to me later.
who
What
were
about
affected.
you?
I
What year
got
did
into
you become-
Bionicle 2001, very start. Collect first set was Tahunga Jaller, Mick Torin. I then got Toa Gali. I really wanted Tahu, but Tahu was sold out, of course, because he's Tahu. But yeah, so I got Gali, then I got Onua, then I think Kopaka, and then finally Tahu, and then Liwa, and Liwa ended up being my second favorite. Think I got like 2 Pawatches. Anyway, irrelevant. But yeah, how it affected me? Well, aside from the whole obvious podcasting stuff and the fandom, I got pretty involved with the story right away because one of the sets included a CD promo thing that I used, and that taught me a bit about the story. So I knew all about that pretty early on. As far as future things go, it helped me kind of establish myself as an artist and helped me want to pursue a career in concept design, concept artwork, and digital painting. So.
Woohoo.
Alder? Alder, you have what year did you become a fan of Bionicle?
I wasn't sure if you actually said my name.
He wasn't born yet.
Wow! You don't think very highly of me. I take offense at that. Anyway, I became a fan of Bionicle either late 2002 or early 2003. My first set being a Galak Kal I got at a local toy store because I kind of couldn't find anything else. But it was fantastic. Got the Galak Kal, brought him home, then realized that I didn't know how to build the thing, and lost several to pieces. In my dire frustration, I went back to another toy store in another city, and there I got my first Toamata, Galley, and possibly Tahu or Nua. But I built Galley first, so I consider her my first. After that, got into the sets. I got highly invested into the story. I went online. I looked at all the animations. Liwa quickly became my favorite Toa. I got extraordinarily invested in everything. I still remember the day Mask of Light comes out. Go to a DVD store. I think it was a Blockbuster, if you guys remember those.
Oh boy,
Oh,
those first sucked.
What? They were
Blockbusters were
amazing.
amazing.
yeah.
Blockbusters sucked, man. I was so happy when Netflix took over. You know the fees are crazy.
Went to a
God.
place,
Dude, going in there was so awesome.
It was.
got the DVD, watched the movie. I was so pumped. I later got my next door neighbor in the Bionicle. I've been a Bionicle fan ever since. It's got me wanting to become a voice actor and pursue a career in voice acting professionally for cartoons, anime, whatever.
Yeah, it's funny. When I answered my question, I was just like talking about how what year I got into it affected me, not Bionicle as a whole.
Alright, how did Bionicle as a whole affect you?
Well, truth be told, were it not for Bionicle at least introducing me to the internet and to this podcast and all that, I honestly cannot think what kind of person I would be today were it not for Bionicle. I would be a completely different person.
I'd like to go see that universe where Master
Almost
is
every
super
facet of
crazy.
my personality would be completely different, I believe.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree there. I think I've pretty much developed my entire persona off of a fandom from
Right.
Bionicle.
Yeah,
Ditto.
I'll give that. When I got into Bionicle, I was like a younger teenager, and that helped. Bionicle fandom influenced a lot of my interactions with people and how I developed as an interactor. So, I think it does have a bigger.
When did you get into it?
Well, I was gonna ask Takuma and Blake since I'm kind of heading up this thing. Do you guys have?
Okay.
Yeah, what kind of years did you guys get into? Takuma?
Oh, sure. I was gonna let Blake go first.
No, you go ahead.
No, you got seniority.
Okay. A seniority. I'm older than all of you. What's your point?
Yeah, you got that great mustache in your profile picture too. All right, go on.
Comment about mustache. Moving along. Okay. 2001. Same as most everybody here, it seems. I actually remember the Mictoran, and some people may, if they are already familiar with my history with Bionicle, may know this story. So, the Mictoran, they show up at McDonald's. So like, oh man, I want those. So we didn't get McDonald's often. I kind of shudder at the thought now, but back then McDonald's was what you'd call a treat. Ugh.
Right, no, I remember those days.
But so my mom goes, and what was running alongside the Mictoran? Was it like Barbie or something?
Yeah, it was like Barbie.
I don't know exactly.
Like Barbie or
So
Dora
my
the
mom
Explorer.
goes there. My mom goes there. She's like, need 7 kids meals because we're a big family. And they're like, oh, you want the girl toy or the boy toy? Just do it all the boy toys. Gets home. What do I find? Book of Pooh rubber stamps. No Lego.
Oh.
Anywhere to be found. Do you have
Oh.
any idea how frustrated I was?
Oh. Oh, the Book of Pooh.
Book of Pooh. Rubber stamps.
Such a
Rubber
terrible
stamps.
title for anything.
Why on earth would you give a child a rubber stamp instead of Lego?
Instead of a Lego toy. Didn't that show up the one of like the Pooh puppets too? Like they had Winnie the Pooh and like anyhow.
So that was when I got into it. How has it affected me? Well, I'm stuck in this mess with you guys now, so I think that about covers it.
Yeah, I know.
I take
Wow.
offense.
What would you do with the fence when you had it? Please tell me put it around your house so nobody has to be able to see your face again.
I'd put it around.
Oh, someone have 911 on speed dial.
I'd put it around your grave so no one has to remember you lived.
That was dark.
Makes me think
Anyway.
I'm alive.
Not really, not really.
You guys should have just not responded
No,
to that
I mean-
again.
You're just
Like everyone else, I mean, it pretty much has defined every, quote, facet of my being. I mean, while I was 11 years old, I had a lot of creative energy pent up, and this just gave me an outlet for it. I did comics, I did comedies, I did epics, short stories, I did a podcast thing, tried doing it on my own for a while. That was terrible. Games, I built stuff, pretty much just about everything that could be done. I tried it at some point or another.
That's how I think I met you, or at least heard of you, was through your comics, because we had a lot of
yeah.
you had a lot
I was
of
like-
mutual friends.
I was like the only Matanui online game style comic that actually made it more than a couple
Yeah.
comics in.
Right.
I'm the original.
Good job making us all feel bad.
Not all of us.
Well, then in that case, I'll yeah. Just the ones that matter.
You can finish it if
Ouch.
you want, but okay. Blake, what about you, man?
All right. I kind of feel bad. All of your lives have been touched, and mine doesn't really feel like that.
We're all,
Good,
Everyone's
you
like,
don't
"Wow."
have to call the cops.
we're all in the church telling us how Jesus has changed us. All right, go on.
So all of you are saying how your lives are like shifted around Bionicle. Mine, it's like, it's a toy. I got it as a kid. Got it as a McDonald's set. lost all the pieces like any kid would. Collected all of them. Only got invested in the story once I was old enough to actually like figure it out. Never played Eggnog or whatever it is.
Eggnog?
I know that's what I thought when I said it too. Eggnog. So I've never played Eggnog. And yeah, I just got back in like 2013. Had a whole bunch of stuff. Got the creative juices running in my brain. Started creating weird and awesome mocks. And here I am today. Yes.
Out of curiosity, how old were you doing 2001?
How old was I?
Yes.
I have no idea, because I didn't join in 2001. I joined in 2002. And I can't really think right now. I'm having a brain fart.
I was 4.
You know, I was just thinking, we make all these jokes about Meso being 12. If he was 12 actually right now, he would not have been alive when Bionicle started.
Mm-mm.
Yelp.
It's been that long.
Man, Messa, you were 4, huh?
Oh, how things have changed.
It means I was 5.
Oh, we're all so
Born,
old.
you would have been about
I was
maybe
6, 7,
2 or 3.
No, I'm going to be 2 or 3. Let me
Math
see.
hurts my brain.
It does.
This is like some really simple math here.
I just
So-
don't know how old Blake is. I can't do the calculations.
About 14, right?
I'd be around
14?
like 5.
That-
What? No,
you
I'm not
were- yeah,
14.
no.
I'm turning
That-
16.
16.
You're
Oh,
16.
okay. No, never mind. Psh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would have been
then-
around 5. So starting kindergarten.
You would have been about 3 or 4.
No.
when Bionicle started.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
not
no,
when
I
you
meant
found
in
it.
2002.
Right,
when I
right,
officially
right.
joined.
We're
Okay,
talking about two
so
different things here.
4
Yeah.
or 5.
All right.
Scrub.
Okay. So I'm going last, I guess, since I've.
Yes, alright, we have to end.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurry it. Okay, so actually, I think I got in the latest of everybody. I got in 2006. I've heard of Bionicle before. When it first came out, my friends had the sets, but I didn't. All I knew of the story was what was on the canisters, which was the canisters washed up on a beach, and the robots built themselves, and that was it. I didn't know anything. 2006. My parents were they're very restrictive, and they did all that, and I finally convinced them to let me try out Bionicle. They were convinced that because Mata knew he was the great spirit, and all this other the Makuta cast a spell over him, everything. They thought it was very witchcraft related.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of
Yeah.
was,
Same
if you
story
think
for me
about
for a
it.
little bit.
They were supposed
Yeah,
to be
it
called
was-
voodoo heads.
Right, it was supposed to be a big thing, but I was able to convince them otherwise. So 2006, I believe I'm 10, maybe 10, 11, and I have this friend. My friend, basically, he has an Axon set. He's really into a lot of Bionicle stuff. He's into a lot of Bionicle lore. He's doing all that kind of stuff, and he shows me the Axon set, and I look. I'm like, this is the greatest thing. I need some of these. So I went and I got out all the money I had at that point, which is just from mowing the lawn. That's the only thing I did, and we went online and we were able to buy sets from Lego.com. And I gave my dad the cash in my. I bought Jawler Nika. Who was my first set. Well, Kitongu and Rudaka were also on sale, so I got those too. Eventually, what happened is basically that when I got into Bionicle, I went online and I tried to look, at all the stuff, and I found all the stuff from 2001. And the stuff for 2001, I read up on all the years, but the stuff from 2001 to 2003 really stood out to me. And that's why I always say that, those years were the best years, and I can say that without any nostalgia really attached to that. 2006 was, it's far enough from 2001 where you could, if you look back at all those lines, you can safely say that, there's not enough bias to go around. I don't have that nostalgia of I was a kid where 2001 came out and that's what accepting my perception. But I think in terms of the stuff it helped, like Takuma said, it was a very, very creative outlet for me to do a lot of stuff in. And I did a lot of stuff. I did mostly comics, to be fair, but there's so many things that happened within that little era where I did all those comics that really helped me out when it comes to learning Photoshop, getting Photoshop down, just learning how to do stuff with computers and being fluent in doing all that stuff. I learned Photoshop, but I would never kept up with it if it hadn't been for Bionicle, because I made comics for so long. I had to learn a lot of the concepts just to make these things. For me, having an audience is really important. And that's why all the stuff that I do now is much more relevant. And that's my long rant.
Fantastic. Bionicle's great.
Bionicle
It helped
sucks.
us.
Hope it doesn't come
But-
back.
Bionicle's great. It helped us. That's
I should
TLDL.
also,
It
before
got
Hashtag
I
Outdoor
say this
2015.
beforehand, I should credit the topic creator, Nyran, for making this
I think it's
topic that we're
Nyran,
talking
but-
about. Nyran?
Yeah.
Is it Nyran?
Yeah, if I say Nyran, I just think of Nira.
Yeah.
It's like Nyran with the N at the end. Isn't it?
I thought that too. I thought it was Nira.
No, Nira's long gone.
Nira is old.
Nira died a painful death.
Oh,
Oh, they don't know about that. Oh,
No, they don't.
okay.
They
Well,
know about
let's just
her
end the
brother being
episode
murdered
now.
either.
Can't
Yeah,
stop now. You
okay.
have to tell me.
probably best if we end. So, yeah. Well, this episode's been pretty great. We've talked
Peace.
about a bunch of different discussion topics.
Woo.
And
Like human meat.
Yes.
yeah,
Tasting like
Takuma.
veal.
Yes.
Thank you, Takuma.
Nira was
welcome.
delicious.
And we
I'll be here all week.
thank you all for listening to this exciting episode of the TTV Podcast. Please be sure to like, favorite, rate, comment, subscribe, and also go check out the TTV message boards at board.ttvpodcast.com. And be sure to welcome Takuma Nuva to the podcast below. And thank you, Awesomenessborn, for joining us today.
You are
It's
welcome.
been very fun. So, thank you all for listening, and we will see you next time. I'm Messinek.
I'm Vardaran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Takuma Nuva.
And I am awesome. Awesomenessborn.
I almost botched your name again.
Awesome,
Almost.
Awesomenessborn.
And this was TTV episode 110. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next week.